What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video. Guys, here we are with Americans living abroad. The first time you realize America really messed you up, part 6. Bro, I can't get enough of these series, bro. Because what they're saying is intriguing. Is that a lot of them have valid points, and I understand why they say what they say. It makes sense. But before we jump into this, what I need you guys to do is hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, human. I'll talk back. If you got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section, there's a Google form link. Well, we got Americans.
I love America. It's an amazing place. And do you know what I've come to realize, right? Americans, you basically do everything that we do, but you do it bigger and you do it better.
Oh.
Like, we have stupid people here. But your stupid people are world class. And that is not me saying, oh, all Americans are stupid. No, America also has the smartest people on the planet. What I'm saying is that when America does stupid, you do stupid. Like, our village idiot is in a park shouting at clouds. Yours is president.
Good one. That was a good one. I'll give you that one. That was a good one.
In a park shouting at clouds. Yours is president.
6 months ago, I uploaded a video on YouTube that was a compilation of stitches that were in response to my How America Messed Me Up video. And recently, it has gone viral, and the comments are hilarious. Something I've noticed is these hardcore US American patriots are saying that the people in these videos are pussies, they're weak, if they can't handle America, then they should leave. And I just think that's so funny because they're getting so butthurt that anybody would dare to say anything wrong about the greatest country in the world. Mind you, we're not saying that it's the worst country in the world, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and these are topics that we don't even talk about and are quite shocking to some people who live outside of the US. Mind you, this is the richest country in the world, yet you have people dying in trailer parks because they can't afford their insulin. Hello, people, wake up.
I feel that. And I can understand, definitely, hardcore patriot. Well, I still love my country, but at the same time, I see, like, we got problems we need to fix. And when people give their reasons on why America messed them up and they're in different countries, listen. And some of you probably like, that's a valid point that they're making. And so, but some of them just ain't gonna hear it. Some of them ain't gonna hear. You can't disrespect America. But I mean, every country has problems, so it's only right there, right? I listen to the problems. I'll keep it on my back.
Their insulin. Hello, people, wake up.
I got you.
When I was a sophomore in high school, we were doing an active shooter drill. And I was chosen as someone who had to pretend that she had been shot by the active shooter. And so they put a fake wound on my leg and then threw me into a random classroom and told a group of the boys in that classroom that they had to carry me out of the building as if I had been shot. They had to take me to a safety zone on the football field, and then I had to be tended to as if I had actually been shot. And I was not allowed to move or walk on my own. They had to carry me.
I can't be the only Australian who pronounced...
What? First of all, so you want her to go in that classroom. It's an active shooter, but you want the boys to then carry her out of the classroom into the... If it's an active shooter, we're not leaving the classroom. You feel me? But that's great. Yeah, I've done active shooter drills at school, but nothing like that. Nothing where somebody had to pretend to be shot.
I can't be the only Australian who pronounces things not in the Australian accent purely because of American TV. I don't... How do you say oregano? Or is it oregano? I don't fucking know. Oregano. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs definitely ruined that one for me. But like, how do you say, like, which one is it? Can someone tell me? I'm having an accent identity crisis.
The American healthcare system. This is just further proof of just how screwed up it is. Hear me out. So there was a woman who got her mole removed. And they freaking charged her $11 for briefly crying. I mean, come the frick on! She's getting a mole removed.
know.
I'd cry too! Who decided, you know what, I hate emotion so much, I'm gonna charge for it. Like, seriously? She's getting a part of her body hacked off! She gets a pass!
I'm currently...
Ain't no way she got charged for. No way, bro. This cannot be real. How? Why would you? That's crazy. That's absolutely.
Like, seriously? She's getting a part of her body hacked off. She gets a pass.
I'm currently living in Germany,
She should.
and since it's actually a nice, pretty sunny day today, I decided to go on a hike. So I'm out here on the trail, and I come upon this. Now, growing up in the North Georgia mountains, my first thought was, oh shit, I'm trespassing, and this dude's about to shoot me.
What is?
Nope. Just an ugly ass scarecrow. Still not getting too close to it though, because I've seen too many horror movies and
I was
I
gonna
know
say.
how that shit ends.
I was about to say that still would have scared me.
Too close to it though, because I've seen too many horror movies and I know how that shit ends.
Yo.
But yeah,
Yo.
I really hate that that's the place that my mind went to at first when I saw that. But in America, what the fuck do you expect? I mean, people pull out guns in the middle of a Walmart for taking the last freaking roll of toilet paper. I mean, why wouldn't somebody shoot me for accidentally trespassing on something I didn't know
That's
was theirs?
wild. Is that
So
really
I'm
happening?
living in Italy, and I guess for me, it's the fact that they don't have to practice active shooter drills throughout their entire educational life. Like when I told my boyfriend, who is Italian, that we have to go through every grade practicing active shooter drills, maybe 2-3 times a year, he was appalled. He said, yeah, like fire drills, definitely, but
Yeah.
guns? Guns? Like, no. Good job, America. Round of applause. You really outdid yourself on this one. Good job.
I knew America was fucked up when I was living in Paris with my host mom and I got sick. 24-hour bug, common cold, whatever it was, something super simple that you normally don't get medicine for if you're an American because that shit's expensive.
I feel that. I feel
And
that.
she goes, okay, I'm going to call the doctor. I was like, no, it is 10 p.m. on Halloween. Like, there is not a human being coming here to, like, take care of me now. Like, if I need, I will go to the doctor tomorrow. And she was like, no, like, the doctor will come. And I was like, doctors don't do house calls. They don't come if you need them at 10 p.m. Like, you got to wait till
They
the
do
doctor's
that?
office
Yeah.
opens. Or, like, go to the
Right.
hospital. And she goes, no. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. It's probably really expensive. Like, I can't afford to have a doctor come here at, like, 10 p.m. on a Friday night. Which is probably 75 euros. And your school's going to cover it. Like, your student insurance. And I was like, oh, America's really fucked up. Okay, yeah. Sure.
So I am from.
That's amazing, though. The doctor did come to your house and take care of do the house call, and then it's only 75-year-old, and the school insurance covers it. Gotta give you a hand clap.
It's
for
really
that.
fucked up. Okay,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
sure.
Said she was in Paris.
So I am from Minnesota, but I live in Edinburgh. And at the castle, every day there is a 1 o'clock gun. It's a cannon that goes off at 1 o'clock, and I know of it, and sometimes I forget about it. And when I do forget about it and I hear it, my impulse reaction is to think it's a gun or like a bomb, and I want to like get out of the area or XYZ, and then I'm like, oh right, it's a 1 o'clock gun. But one day I was heading from the National Art Gallery up towards Old College, and it went off, and I ducked. Like, I went down to the ground in the middle of the street with tourists all around me, and then had to get up and continue on my way as if nothing happened. Yeah.
Hey, yo, y'all know what's really crazy? America has done so many messed up things, and for some reason, we don't talk about it enough. Like, people want to always bring up slavery like that was the only bad thing we did. Oh no, there were so many others. Like, back in the 1800s, up to 16,000 Native Americans were killed. Killed for gold in California. And you know what's even crazier? In some places, they would pay you for killing Native Americans. If you want to pause to read, go ahead.
I'll read it for y'all. Hold up.
You for killing Native Americans. If you want to.
Burnett didn't just refuse to avert such a conflict, he egged it on. He set aside state money to arm local militias against Native Americans. The state, with the help of the U.S. Army, started assembling a massive arsenal. These weapons were then given to local militias who were tasked with killing Native Americans.
Pause to read. Go ahead.
Gosh. State militias raided tribal outposts, shooting and sometimes scalping Native Americans. Soon, local settlers began to do the killing themselves. Local governments put bounties on Native American heads and paid settlers for stealing the horses of the people they murdered. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely sickening.
They would pay you for killing Native Americans. If you want to pause to read, go ahead. Pause to read again if you want to.
By demonstrating that the state would not punish Indian killers but instead reward them, writes historian Benjamin Madley, militia expeditions helped inspire vigilantes to kill at least 6,460 California Indians between 1846 and 1873. The U.S. Army also joined in the killing. Madley notes killing at least 1,600 native Californians. This is absolutely wild. Large massacres wiped out entire tribal populations in 1850. For example, around 400 Pomo people, including women and children, were slaughtered by the U.S. cavalry and local volunteers at Clear Lake, north of San Francisco. One of the few survivors was a 6-year-old named Nika, who stayed alive by hiding in the lake and breathing through a reed. Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
If you want to pause to read, go ahead.
That's really
pause
like
to read
sick,
again if you want to. What's
Like,
even crazier is that the California government at this time gave the white settlers the right to take away Native American children. Like, look, it literally says it right here. Go ahead and look. This is why I always say the history they teach you in school is some bullshit because they always want to cover up the truth.
Times that made me realize growing up in America was seriously messed up, part 2. So, as you may know, in the United States, you pretty much need health insurance because not only is healthcare really expensive, but it's also almost never subsidized by the government. But I always had health insurance. I got it through my dad's company, except in 2008 when he was switching jobs. He had to file for new paperwork for health insurance, so for 2 days we weren't covered. And like the little rascal that I was, I managed to break my arm during those 2 days. So for a full day and a half, I couldn't go to the hospital and get an x-ray or get a cast or anything, even though my arm was literally broken, just because it would have been way too expensive without health insurance. So I guess really the only takeaway here is how messed up the healthcare system is in the US, because I was covered and I still got completely screwed.
Okay, here's something that's really messed up. TV show hosts like Seth Meyers, John Oliver, and Hassan Minhaj talk about in every single one of their shows something messed up in America. Do you know how messed up a country has to be for all of these hosts and more to just talk about how messed up the country is? America Explained.
So, some of you may have been wondering why America is so insane and why things are as bad as they are. And I can explain to you almost exactly why.
Give it to me.
Rich people. Rich people are the problem. They use money to buy political power to not only protect their interests, but to also deregulate several industries that protect the average everyday consumer. On top of that, they crush unions and exploit labor to make themselves more rich. Now, riches in themselves is not a problem. However, because of the direct influence of rich people, American social mobility is completely garbage. And they make sure they use both political power and propaganda to make sure it stays that way. This also explains American bigotry. Bigotry is so big here because it's a way to keep people divided. Racism, sexism, homophobia, all that. It's just a way to dehumanize each other and keep us divided. That's why slave owners used racism to justify slavery. That's how they convinced all these Confederate rubes to fight for something that doesn't affect them. Poor people can't own slaves. I'll explain more in another TikTok.
It's just... I like this answer. I like this answer.
Doesn't affect them. Poor people can't own slaves. I'll explain more in another TikTok.
Who makes a good point?
There's so many answers that I have to this one. We're gonna start out with a funny one. So I've been living in Portugal for almost a year now. This was the first time that I had dinner with my partner's family. Obviously, the only thing going through my head was I need to make a good impression. There's already a huge cultural difference here. I don't want them to think that I'm weird. And I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of countries in Europe, after dinner you have what's called a digestive. It's basically a very strong liquor that is served in a very tiny, very adorable glass. And after a really warm, welcoming family dinner, are we remembering that this is a family dinner? They served us aguardente. I don't know if you know what that means. It means burning water. It's from the family
What?
farm. It's really important to them. They want to know what I think. And I'm just like... They were horrified. They were like, isn't that harmful? And I was like, isn't that the point of alcohol? Toxic drinking culture.
This is a follow-up to my drinking.
Are you supposed to sip it out of a little glass? I would have took you. I would have thought
the point of alcohol.
Take the shot too.
Culture.
This is a follow-up to my drinking and driving Ireland versus America post because a lot of my responses got buried and I just wanted to call out a few things directly. For the Irish, yes, it was a dare manner. I'm not surprised, but impressed still that you can identify that. America has a legal limit. It is 0.08. I realize every country has its own units. It's about 1 to 2 drinks. Yes, Ireland does have a legal limit. I realize that. So what I was really trying to convey was that in Ireland, the mentality is that it's zero, that there's zero tolerance. Whereas in America, it tends to be the mindset of, well, it's 0.08, so as long as I'm not feeling it, it's fine. Several people had commented how you see Americans in movies or shows after work, go out for drinks, have a couple, and then drive home, and they seem to think that it's okay. Which it's not. But when I later moved to Ireland, I was so impressed with how they had the mentality of, if I have any amount of drinks, I should not be driving. Ultimately, props to the Irish and Americans. Let's jump on board with that mentality.
That's interesting. These are some I found some intriguing ones. Some were funny. It's valid points. I always like watching these just because I like to see like how other people feel or how Americans that live abroad, that are now living abroad, felt about America. And but that's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video, anything you want to see or hear me react to, you can subscribe to Patreon and leave a suggestion, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. You want me to get yours faster than others? Fill out premium, but make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Human, I talk back. And I love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy D Neal. Out.